You think monsters crash through windows. You think danger explodes into your life with noise and warning. But here's what nobody tells you: the most dangerous predators move slowly, quietly, and they depend on one thing: your routine. Richard Ramirez understood that better than most survival experts ever will. Los Angeles in the mid-1980s was hot. Suffocating heat waves rolled through neighborhoods, pushing people to crack windows at night, to leave sliding doors slightly open, to trade security for airflow. That's not stupidity. That's human biology. When your body overheats, sleep becomes fragmented. Cortisol rises. Decision-making drops. Comfort becomes priority. Ramirez didn't need advanced tactics. He needed weather. Heat changes survival behavior. When temperatures climb above 80 degrees Fahrenheit at night, people reduce protective barriers, fewer locked windows, fewer heavy curtains, sometimes even disabled alarms because they keep going off. In a blackout scenario, the same thing happens. People open everything for air circulation. They expose entry points. The environment reshapes security. Ramirez targeted weak mechanical systems. Sliding glass doors are notorious in field security studies because older latch systems can be bypassed with upward pressure and lateral force. The physics is simple: lift, disengage, slide. Minimal sound. Minimal vibration. A wooden deadbolt distributes impact force across the frame. Glass systems don't. That's structural vulnerability. Here's the first survival principle: delay is defense. You're not trying to build a fortress. You're trying to buy time. Secondary locks. Window pins. Even a wooden dowel in a sliding door track increases forced entry time exponentially. That delay increases detection probability. Predators calculate risk. More time equals more risk. Ramirez moved between neighborhoods unpredictably. This wasn't randomness. It was psychological diffusion. When crimes scatter geographically, communities assume the threat is elsewhere. Vigilance collapses locally. In survival science, this mirrors disaster denial. During wildfires or grid failures, people assume impact will hit the other side of town. Until it doesn't. Nighttime is biologically strategic. Between 2 and 4 a.m., your circadian rhythm is at its lowest alertness point. Core body temperature dips. Blood pressure decreases. Reaction speed slows. If abruptly awakened from deep non-REM sleep, cognitive clarity can take 20 to 60 seconds. That delay is deadly in a home invasion. So here's the second principle: control your night environment. Motion-activated lighting disrupts stealth psychology. Sudden illumination triggers a stress response in both intruder and homeowner. Add layered lighting, driveway, backyard, side access points. Darkness should never be absolute around your perimeter. Sound is another underestimated variable. In warm months, people run fans, air conditioners, white noise machines. These create auditory masking. The brain adapts through sensory gating, filtering repetitive background noise. A small mechanical click may never register. That's how predators get closer than you think. Third principle: build unnatural sound triggers. Gravel under vulnerable windows. Simple magnetic alarms that chirp when separation occurs. Even low-cost motion alerts tied to your phone. You're not trying to engage physically. You're trying to wake up before proximity becomes control. Ramirez also relied on unlocked doors. Not forced entry. Just opportunity. Convenience bias is lethal. Humans overestimate the improbability of rare events. It won't happen here. That sentence has preceded countless disasters, floods, riots, blackouts, and yes, home invasions. This isn't paranoia. It's probability management. Lock everything. Every night. Without exception. Discipline beats emotion. Another layer most people ignore is environmental visibility. Overgrown hedges near windows create concealment zones. In tactical field manuals, concealment without detection is advantage. Trim vegetation below window height. Remove hiding geometry. If someone must approach, make it visible. Ramirez induced shock in victims. Sudden presence. Flashlight in the face. Weapon displayed. The human nervous system often defaults to freeze. That freeze response can last long enough to surrender control entirely. This is amygdala hijack, survival wiring misfiring under surprise. Fourth principle: pre-visualize response. If something breaks at 2 a.m., what do you do first? Do you move to a hard corner? Do you gather family members into a single secure room? Do you call immediately? Decision made in daylight reduces paralysis in darkness. This section is based on practical field survival experience rather than formal academic sources. Let's talk about footwear. Ramirez was eventually connected through a distinctive obvious sneaker print. Criminals leave trace evidence, fibers, prints, disturbed soil. Survival awareness includes anomaly detection. Unfamiliar footprints near your yard. Scratches on window tracks. A moved trash bin. Most people ignore subtle shifts in their environment. Pattern awareness is a learned skill. Community communication matters more than individual toughness. When neighbors share suspicious activity quickly, detection multiplies. During crisis scenarios, power outages, civil unrest, decentralized communication increases group survival odds. Isolation magnifies risk. Ramirez didn't look like a monster walking down the street. That's another uncomfortable truth. Threat doesn't always present visually. In collapse environments, predators blend. They observe routines. They wait for patterns. Fifth principle: vary your routine. Not drastically. Subtly. Change when lights turn off. Change which rooms remain lit briefly. Randomize predictability. Predators prefer stable patterns. Instability raises perceived risk. He also exploited emotional vulnerability. Fear spreads faster than facts. When media coverage intensified, some people panicked irrationally while others shut down completely. In survival psychology, both extremes are dangerous. Panic wastes energy. Denial erases preparation. Balanced awareness is the goal. Prepare calmly. Execute consistently. No drama. Let's bring this into modern survival context. Today we rely on smart locks, cameras, apps. But technology creates new failure points. Power loss disables systems. Wi-Fi disruption blinds cameras. Always maintain mechanical backups. Analog solutions don't crash. Sixth principle: redundancy. Mechanical locks plus electronic monitoring. Exterior lighting plus interior alerts. Physical barriers plus communication plans. Redundancy absorbs failure. And here's something rarely discussed: interior layout. If an intruder breaches, distance equals survival probability. Bedrooms at the end of hallways with solid core doors create defensive geometry. Even replacing hollow interior doors with solid core versions significantly increases forced entry resistance time. Seconds matter. Ramirez thrived on homes that offered immediate access to sleeping occupants. No barriers. No delay. No warning. The broader lesson isn't about one man. It's about systems. He exploited heat, sleep cycles, structural weaknesses, complacency, and isolation. Remove those variables, and the predator's advantage shrinks dramatically. Darkness itself isn't dangerous. Ignorance is. Tonight, walk through your home like a stranger would. Where are the weak points? Which window looks easiest? Which door hides in shadow? That perspective shift is powerful. You don't need to live in fear. Fear without action is useless. But awareness with structure, that's survival. Richard Ramirez weaponized the night because people believed night meant rest. But rest without preparation becomes exposure. So before you sleep, build layers. Light. Sound. Delay. Communication. Rehearsal. Predators search for ease. Don't be easy. Because the night doesn't warn you. It tests you.